surgery in March 2021. Bro, they tell me like a week after, they're like, yeah, like we're gonna have to like medically retire you. Like, like nothing feels wrong. Like, like give me some time. Like, I'll sign anything so that you guys aren't liable. Like, if something happens, like it's on me. Like, I don't care. 2 months after I played rugby, though, 2 months after my surgery.
The greatest coach I think to ever coach D-line is Rob Marinelli, in my opinion. They're all blank faces. It's all about us. It doesn't matter what they do. If I'm doing what I'm supposed to do at the highest level, nobody can stop it.
I want to be the best at this game for real.
I love it, bro. I love it. If I was the GM, I would draft you, no question. Putting football first, no matter what, is going to get you to where you want to go. The best at what you do. Truly be crazy about it. Literally selling your soul to the game to be the best.
After that moment, I was like, shoot, I'm about to show all these people wrong. Like, I'm about to prove all these people wrong. Like,
I'm not going to name the lineman, but there's a certain lineman in the league that he did some little shit, and I let it make my whole offseason. I had his name on the back of my phone. I'm like, I cannot wait to see this. And I killed his ass when I seen him.
Walk up in the light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him on God. Walk up in the light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him.
What is up, y'all? This is The Rush. We are back at it with my brothers, my co-host, Brogan Roback, Darian Terrell, Dustin Creel, and we got a very special guest today. Latu is in the building.
sir.
Welcome, my brother.
Come on,
welcome. Give him a round of applause.
King of LA.
Hell yeah.
That's where we're at. That's right.
King of LA. Yeah. The man is back at it. We're glad you're here. Obviously, you got a lot going on. You were training before this, which I love to hear. Kind of give me a little rundown. What's been going on lately? I know you got the combine, pro day, everything. Just kind of give us a rundown. What's been going on?
Yeah, so did my little Dougie at the combine. Pro day, I wasn't even supposed to do the drills, but like coaches, scouts were there. They wanted to see me, so I did it anyway. So did good, killed the drills, and then really I just been like building my schedule on a day-to-day basis, like what I want to do and stuff like that. Just before leading up to draft and 30-day visits and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of guys. I feel like they go one way or the other. After the whole combine process is over in pro day, they're like, all right, now I could just chill for a little bit. I know you're not built like that, though. So I was going to ask you, so you're training full-time right now still? Where are you training? What's kind of your rundown right now?
Yeah, I'm still doing 2-a-days. So I go train with Eddie in Oak Park with, who's been out there? Some dude named Khalil from, I think he plays with Houston. And then who else was out there? Been a bunch of dudes out there, but Joe been out there, Levi been out there, and then my boy Braylon was out there. My boy Braylon Trice, because I went to UW with him too. Okay. So I got to work out with him. But that's pretty much every morning, and then in the afternoon I'll come back to UCLA and do my exos lift there.
That's dope. You worked with Nick Hill, right?
Yeah, that's my boy.
That's my guy at Exos. I was I trained the same spot as you. So yeah, Nick's the man.
Nah, he the man. He's funny.
He got you right. You ran 4.6.
Yeah,
right?
I came in running a 4.88. And they got me down to 4.64.
Yeah.
All about that start.
How about that get off? It's
What was the biggest difference that got you down?
It was the 10-yard split, because my 10-yard was like a 1.65. I got it to a 1.57.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's real. I mean, they break it down to a science.
Dude,
Nah,
they have you run 10 yards, I'm pretty sure, as you're practicing and building up, just 10, 10, and then you build it up to your 40.
Yeah.
I don't miss any of that.
It's like the 10, then the 20, and then the last 10.
How long was that period?
It was from January 1st up until pretty much the combine.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how has this process been for you? It's been pretty surreal, going into it?
Yeah,
I can imagine.
I mean, I had dreams of this as a kid, and then, being told, you never be able to play football again, I mean, it's surreal. I mean, God gave me, this opportunity to, put on for my family and everybody else that supported me, so,
Amen,
I mean, yeah.
That's
super
dope,
dope.
bro.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know Krill probably wants to get to it, but you just hit on it a little bit, not knowing that you're going to play ball.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know, he'll probably get more of your emotions on it, but I was just curious because it looked like Washington staff or doctors thought, he can't go, right?
Yeah.
But did you have a different thought process, and people in your circle, you're like, I feel good, I feel healthy, I can play.
Yeah.
So was it about getting out of there and finding another second opinion pretty much from another team doctor? Because you go to UCLA and they cleared you to play.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a weird thing. I mean, I know it's probably a tough time, but I'm just curious that process for you.
Yeah, well, when I got hurt, it was like November 2020, so it was like during COVID. Got hurt, and then there's 5 months period where we're looking for different, opinions, stuff like that.
Yep.
And so ultimately it led down to me getting the surgery. So I got the surgery in March 2021. And then it's like, bro, they tell me like a week after, they're like, yeah, like we're going to have to like medically retire you. Like, and that was me coming in for like, I thought it was like a follow-up, like checkup, meeting with the team doctor. I'm like, what's up? They're like, all right, yeah, we're going to have to like medically retire you. We're going to have to let the media know this and that. I'm like, damn, like.
And how old are you at that time?
19.
And then pre-surgery,
Yeah.
was that not even an option, or you're like, I'm gonna get surgery, I'm gonna be right back?
Well, that's what we were looking for to
Yeah.
see if I needed the surgery, and then shoot, ended up needing the
Pros
surgery,
and
I
cons,
guess.
adding up to
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
But shoot, like a week later, they medically retired me. I'm like, shoot, I'll do anything. Like my body still feels fine. I'm walking around like nothing feels wrong. Like,
Yeah.
like give me some time. Like I'll sign anything so that you guys aren't liable. Like
Clear,
if
man.
something
Yeah.
happens, like it's on me. Like
Period.
I don't
Yes.
care. But they didn't do that. They're just like, they kind of just shrugged it off, like, nah, like we can't do that. But I was like, it's fine. 2 months after I go play rugby, though, 2 months after my surgery.
What?
It's supposed to be a 6 to 9 month recovery, but because I play rugby in
Rugby,
fifth grade.
like, you weren't like going to jog or like going to the gym. No, I'm gonna play rugby.
It's in his
Straight to
bloodline,
rugby.
bro.
Nah, because these
Rugby?
dudes are like 30 years old, like 25-year-olds running around like hard as hell,
Yeah,
bro.
big as hell.
But like that was just like a testimony to myself. Like I'm gonna go out here
You're
to
like,
my
I can do
roots
this.
because I know how to play.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go out here and tackle
Cauliflower,
these
yeah.
dudes, see how I feel, bro, and like felt good. So I was playing
Savage.
that for a certain amount of time, like a couple months, and then the head coach for the Seattle Seawolves, it's like a professional MLR team. Bro, he called me up. I was like, what? No way. And he wanted me to come down for a 3-day camp. Did the 3-day camp. And he wanted to sign me to their team.
Shut
And
the
this
hell
was
up.
like during the summer. So like this was like a couple months after they told me like you can't play. So like he wanted to sign me. I was like, shoot, I'm sorry I wasted your time, but like,
I still
football's
play
my
football,
passion,
yeah.
and I appreciate you for letting me, come out here and do my thing. But like this just gives me another way to like, release some stress,
Yeah.
like whatever, like get
Yeah.
away.
Definitely.
Did you ever have a moment where you thought, I might go the rugby route, though? Like,
Nah.
were you contemplating it pretty tough?
Yeah, heck yeah, bro. Cause like rugby's so fun. You get to travel around the world, and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
the whole culture around rugby
It's
is
like
like
global.
yeah, it's like no politics in it for real.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, there's no like money in that.
It's
and
still small
my mom
enough that-
wanted,
yeah.
my mom wanted me to get the education because I could have went pro after high school for rugby. Yeah.
You were like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
No,
bro.
for real. Like I love rugby. Rugby, shoot. Rugby made me the athlete I am today.
Yeah,
I believe it, bro.
For
I
real.
was gonna ask you, like, what other sports? Was rugby the only other sport you played growing up? Or you played all type of shit?
I played all sports, but like contact sports been my go-to.
Yeah, I love that. What was like in that period of time? Like you said, there was like 2 months, and then you got started rugby. Then you got the call from that other team.
Yeah.
What was the conversation like? How did it get to the point where, you obviously went to UCLA and they're like, hey, you can actually play. How long
Yeah.
did that take until you found out, shit, I might actually be able to go again?
Yeah, so after I turned them down, that was like towards the summer, so it was like August, like July or something like that. And then so after I turned them down, I went back just doing school, still doing pass rush, still working out, conditioning, doing all that. But
Yeah.
the 2021 season started and like it was September. And we got like a referral from my old coach, Coach Kwiatkowski. He used to coach at UW. He's at Texas now.
Okay.
But yeah, we got a referral from him, and he gave us the name of Robert Watkins, and he works out here in Marina Del Rey at Cedar Sinai. And we went to go see him. My mom flew me out there with her. Went to go see him, and because he did surgery on Peyton Manning and Danielle Hunter
I saw
too.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he looked at my scans. We got an appointment with him. He looked at my scans. I mean, he cleared me. Like,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. So September 2021, I knew I had that clearance. So it was just finding teams, and then him being out here in LA, that's who UCLA refers to, like
Yeah.
for the surgeon.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the team doctor was like, if the surgeon on board, I'm on board, and pretty much worked out that
Wow.
way.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So that happened in, you said September?
Yeah.
When you got cleared, so that whole season you obviously didn't play.
Nah.
So you were just training and doing your thing
I was
and just
just
trying to find
training.
more
2
school?
years off,
Yeah.
right? Essentially.
Pretty much 2 years. Yeah.
That's tough to come back from. It's like
Yeah,
ring
no
rust.
doubt.
I never stopped though training. I was watching you, TJ Watt, like literally just trying to work moves and stuff like that on my own, like making like drills on my own type, just falling in love with it for real.
No, that's dope, bro.
That's actually dope. I kind of want to ask you on that point.
Yeah.
You watch Max's film. Obviously, you guys, same representation, Wasserman, CJ, the boy.
The boy.
Yeah,
So
boy.
shout out to CJ.
The goat.
Yeah, the
Shout out to
goat.
Not the boy,
Shout
the
out.
goat.
But what's it been like for you, not only this surreal process, but being able to sit down with guys like Max, chop it up, learn things from him? Like, what has that been like for you to be able to sit down with guys that you, I don't want to say idolize, but look up to, respect that craft, and want to get to that level, in the NFL? How has that been for you?
I mean, bro, it's surreal, especially sitting right here with you. I mean, shoot, I have no other words. Like, I've been looking up to you. You feel me? Like trying to emulate moves that you do on the field and stuff like that. So I mean, shoot, it's just a blessing in disguise.
Amen.
Like, that I can
That's
be
dope.
here. Yeah.
That's just dope, bro.
Who's been the coolest dude, and I mean, maybe the best advice you've gotten outside of Maxx that you've talked to in the league? Is there anyone that you can think of specifically?
Everybody that I ran to was literally just telling me, it's like Joe, Levi, and I ran into Solomon Thomas and a bunch of other dudes.
My God,
They,
bro. Best dude.
they literally was just telling me, don't overcomplicate it. Like, don't think too much when you go into the league. Because, they not all like that. You feel me? Like, you still, like, athletic and stuff like that. You can still beat people, so don't, like, overthink it too much. I think that's the best advice
Like
I've
a you
gotten
belong
for-
thing.
Yeah.
That's great advice.
Did you ever have that, Max, when you came in?
Yeah, like I didn't really have like an OG when I first came in on my team. Like the only guys like Richie, Incognito, guys on the other side of the ball, like were giving me advice all the time. Vontez Perfect, but like not specifically my position. Like I reached out to Von Miller, TJ, Aaron Donald, like all the best rushers in the league. I just literally DM'd them and was like, yo, I'm trying to get to your level. What are you doing? How are you doing it? So that's kind of how I built up my like repertoire of different people and just learned. So that was honestly the main thing for me. It was just like, it's the confidence part. When you come into the NFL, like you played some high level football. You're playing at least Power 5. You're at UCLA, played at UW. Like you were going against some of the better guys. Like I'm coming from Eastern Michigan, so like in the back of my head, I had a little bit of doubt. Like, shit, am I really going to be able to do this at the highest level? And that's the main thing I could tell you. Like from my perspective, is like you have to protect your mind at all costs. Like there's going to be a lot of doubt. There's going to be a lot of coaches that'll give you certain things like you're not ready for this. I was told a million times you're only a pass rusher. You're only and just I let it motivate me. You know what I mean? I was like, no, all right, you don't think I could do this? Watch this shit. And you've probably learned that during the process of the draft. They tell you everything you can't do. Or you're not that good at this, but they don't talk about what you're good at.
Yeah,
There's a reason why you're a first round pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing. Like you have to go in there and not be arrogant, be like, no, I'm the man. It's like, no, you don't have to say shit. Go out there on the field and just work. And that's what helped me get to where I'm at. And it hasn't stopped. You know what I mean? It's every single day, and you'll learn and grow as you go. So that's awesome. But for me, I had all type of guys that I looked up to. Like I played linebacker my whole life. I was a little short, chubby. Like I was not a DN. I did not play until my senior year. I had like a big growth spurt. So I had all different type of guys I idolize and look up to and want to be like the J.J. Watts and Dominican Sue's, dude like that. Who were like the guys you grew up watching, and like who were the guys you wanted to be like when you started playing and watching football?
So, like, I never watched, like, D-line dudes, DNs. I didn't really know about the position growing up. I just watched Troy Polamalu. Like, I literally just watched him all the time trying to, like, dive for catches like him, jump over the line of scrimmage like him.
Hell yeah.
So I was literally, I literally just watched him before every Pop Warner game. And I'd be like, bro,
Go
I'm
torpedo.
about to jump.
Jumping over the line, timing the line.
Yeah.
That's your hype video. You're out there smacking them.
Smacking shit. What?
And saying nothing. Just full killer and just going back to the huddle.
It was really just Troy Polamalu for me growing up.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Eating better is easy with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is chef-crafted, dietitian approved, and ready to go in just 2 minutes. You'll have over 35 different options to choose from every single week. Pancakes, smoothies, Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, breakfast, midday bites. Factor meals are ready to heat and eat, so there's no prepping, cooking, or cleanup needed at all. Factor is the perfect solution if you're looking for fast, premium options with no cooking required. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every single meal is a dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. Head to factormeals.com/rush50 and use code rush50 to get 50% off. That's code rush50 at factormeals.com/rush50 to get 50% off.
Another fellow, Polly.
Yeah.
Right? So family is like very important to you guys, obviously. So for you, how important has your family been in this process, in this journey, from college? A lot more lights and camera action on you.
Yeah.
People really kind of dissecting you and your life and all that, I'm sure, in these weird meetings. But what's it been like with your family having them along this process with you, and how important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important because, I want them to, be there for me as much as they can, like, be at the games and whatever. But my mom, she's been there through it all. I mean, shoot, me and my brother grew up in a divorce, and, he quit out, but my mom was always there, still supporting us. She met somebody else. She adopted us, but that didn't end up working out either.
Yeah.
So now she has 2 girls that she's taking care of. So she's really raising 4 kids on her own, working job after job, stuff like that. Just trying to take care of us, supporting us, and putting us in sports and stuff like that. So, like, they've always been there. Like, they're always going to be there for me. So that's really the most important thing to me, for real.
That's dope, bro.
That's dope, bro.
There's nothing like the connection with your mom. I know we all are probably
Yes,
like
sir.
that here.
Yeah.
But- So we've had this debate last night. We need you to settle it.
Yeah.
Staying on the Polynesian train a little bit. What is Poly U? There's quarterback U, there's tight end U, but what's Poly U? Because some thinks it's UCLA, USC,
Utah.
Washington, Utah. In your
There's
mind,
a lot of
You don't have to.
BYU
Hey,
is one of them, too.
Utah is pretty crazy. I think their whole team's pretty much.
you did
poly.
say that.
Yes,
think,
I was
yeah,
heavy
their
on
whole
Utah.
team's pretty
So
much
is that
poly.
their
Their whole
pick?
team, man.
That's
your
my
final
pick.
answer?
I
When
always
I was at
think
UW,
USC.
it was like 10 or 12 of us, so I thought that was it. But Utah, bro, it's like their whole
Dozens.
team.
Their whole
Dozens.
squad.
What about
Yeah.
USC?
Early on, I feel
Early
like they
on,
started
yeah,
it, right?
yeah, early on,
Not
like,
There's a mixture.
especially big dudes. But
Yeah.
at Utah, you see skilled dudes like that
That's
are
facts.
poly. You see
Yeah.
big dudes that are poly. Like, it's
Safeties,
crazy.
everybody,
Yeah.
like linebackers. I think about Ray Malaluga. Y'all remember him?
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
58.
That dude was a
Yeah.
How can you
demon.
forget?
Murderer.
He was a dog. Think about that
Demon,
USC
bro.
team. It's super random, but they had Malaluga, Cushing, and
Cushing was
Brian
Who
Cushing
was
was
the
a
other
lunatic.
one?
Is it Taylor Matthews?
Clay Matthews.
Yeah, Clay.
They had
yeah,
those
Clay
were the
Matthews.
3 linebackers
That's
at
so
USC
crazy.
together.
Cushing used to fight people with his helmet off. It's a different
Gotta
different era.
respect
They didn't play with Reggie Bush, did they? Or did they?
I don't believe
That
so.
might have been. I think it was after that.
Yeah.
I think Bush.
Or it might have been same
I
time.
think Bush
don't
and
know.
Leinart they might have been, had a cross like early,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
them guys
yeah,
being
yeah.
late and Bush and Leinart being young. But I don't think it was like
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor
Yeah.
Mays.
That'd be crazy.
Talk about a murderer.
That dude was a
6'4".
freak.
6'4", like 220 safety.
He ran a 4.2.
Coming down.
Did you have an
Number
offer from
2.
USC?
Yeah.
Was there pressure? Do you ever feel pressure to choose USC?
What's funny is I committed to them.
Okay.
Did you?
I
Uh-oh.
didn't know that.
Like,
What
like
happened?
verbally. But then
Uh-oh.
Coach Pete came in to the in-house visit and like was just speaking stuff that like other colleges weren't. He kind of like made it clear because like that time I was like, dang, what if football don't work out? Like, what am I gonna fall back on? And he was kind of making it seem like it's not about the next 4 years, it's about the next 40 years. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, dang, like he made me feel comfortable and stuff like that. And like when I went to go visit them too, it's like a family over there, so that's what kind of like made me feel.
He
That's
was actually
dope.
looking out.
That's
but-
dope.
No, for real.
When you picked to go to UCLA, was it because of the doctor? Like, hey,
Yeah.
you knew you had the in?
I
or
had
was
no
it-
other
and
option
that was
for
it?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you have a relationship with them during your recruiting?
Yeah, Coach
early
Kelly,
on?
I took official visit here my junior year, but he was
Okay.
recruiting me all throughout high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
and
So
I got
familiar faces.
I got one for you. When you did get medically, retired.
Yeah.
What was your instant what was your career? What was your outlook? What were you thinking about then?
Well, shoot, when
When
I was
football was
told that, I
strict.
was like, I wanted the ball in that moment, but I had myself, then walked to my locker, started balling.
Yeah.
And then after that moment, I was like, shoot, I'm about to show all these people wrong. Like, I'm about to prove all these people wrong. Like,
So it was
they
instant,
not
it was
gonna
like
know.
football or nothing.
Yeah, it was football or nothing pretty much at that point.
All
I
in.
love it.
That's,
I love
it, man.
That's a tough conversation.
Yeah.
We both came back from the grave.
Yeah.
I had when I was playing, I got medically retired.
Yeah.
You handled it better than me. I took about a month where I was like,
Yeah.
this sucks. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Shoot,
And then I
sucks.
said them, and I was like, you can't tell me if I can play or not.
Hell
And
yeah.
we came back, but
Back in the flesh.
Back in the
Yeah.
flesh.
Big
baby.
deal.
7-1 was
Visor.
back.
that was
Monster.
the visor.
Big boy.
Um,
Double knee brace. Oh my god.
Yes.
But no, I say that because it's like a situation that, you get injured or things like that, but you can never prepare to be told, hey, your
You're done.
whole life, your
Yeah.
whole identity is ripped out of you.
For real.
And you can't do it anymore. And then instantly you're like exiled from the team.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Not saying like the team exiled you, you just feel like you're not a part of it.
Yeah. Well, no, I was working on the weight room, and the strength coach came. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you, like, you can't be around the dudes when they're in here and stuff like
What?
that."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's-
I started bawling right there when he walked away. I was like, bro, ain't no way. You told me this, bro. Like, I'm trying
That's
to get my work
insane.
in. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So I had to wait till they done in the weight room to go use it. I gotta
You're
wait.
like an outcast.
I gotta wait
almost.
till they done in the treatment room to go use it. But all my boys were supportive, so like
Yeah.
that
That's
helped.
crazy.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm thankful then. The squad at Eastern they were dope. They were
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I was at meetings, lift with the team,
Yeah.
do whatever I wanted to. But
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm-
crazy, bro.
I'm sure from
So
that,
crazy.
spinning it a little bit to a positive, I'm sure you look back on it now and not saying maybe you are grateful for it, but it's probably a blessing in disguise, right? You probably
Most
learned
definitely.
a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
Adversity, like you're going to get it regardless. You walk into the league, you're going to get adversity off rip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things are going to be tougher. The game's quicker. All that shit. Guys are good. But you've been there and you've already handled that before. So
Yeah.
it's another, not a chink in your armor, but it's just something you can rely on too.
Yeah.
So I think it's
It's
dope.
like nobody can tell me anything. Like,
Exactly.
You know, type,
I'm not gonna take
Yeah.
it down.
That
Like,
shit's
it doesn't
real.
work. It's
Yeah, man.
not my
It's real.
vocabulary.
In the moment, it's obviously hard. Everybody's got their own crazy story in a certain way, but I feel like it's big for you. You've already experienced some real adversity, and I know shit. I've been through a lot in my career too, and I mean that shit. I look back on my second year in the league, like just got out of rehab, injured. I had 2 surgeries, blew my shoulder out, played through a broken hand. Like that was like the most important year of my life, and it was horrible. It was COVID, no fans, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, but I think about that year, now, and I remember how hard it was, and I'm like, that was the most important year because I did not quit in the hardest moments.
Yeah,
and
hell yeah.
You didn't quit. I mean, you
Yeah.
still had hope, and they were like, you're retired. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah, I'm excited to see you play, bro. You're gonna have a hell of a career. You just got to stay in that same mindset.
Yeah.
Always find something to be hungry about, and you'll be straight.
All right, let's be real, y'all. Most guys would wear a t-shirt every day of their lives if they could. Shoot, I know I would. The problem is, though, most of those t-shirts are not acceptable, and you can't wear those on a hot date, or you can't even wear them to work. Today's sponsor, Cuts, has finally changed that. Cuts t-shirts are such high quality, wrinkle-free, and so buttery soft that you can look like you're dressing up, even when you're dressing down. I know you guys out there, a lot of you dads, maybe you didn't hit the gym as hard this off-season. Warm weather's coming up. You might have that dad bod. Don't be ashamed of that. If you're like me, you can just throw this on straight out the dryer, wrinkle-free. It's breathable. It's soft. But the best part is it fits tight around them guns, tight around the chest, and it's still going to cover that dad bod. So you're still going to look like your 19, 20-year-old self, athletic, fit, and ready to go. All right, y'all. So for a limited time, our listeners get 20% off your entire order when you use the code RUSH. That's 20% off your order at cutsclothing.com with promo code RUSH. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the perfect blend of style and comfort with Cuts Clothing.
I want to talk about the combine a little bit.
Yeah.
I know the combine has changed a little bit. Half the guys don't even want to work out and shit nowadays. I have my own opinions. I won't mention names, but
I wonder what side he's on.
I won't mention names.
Which side do you use?
By the way, but how was your combine experience? I know mine was wild. Like, I had gotten in trouble in college. I had like a DUI on my record. Like, I was getting grilled the whole time. What was your experience like? What were like the craziest experiences and conversations you had? You don't have to mention names, obviously, but
There wasn't nothing crazy. I'm not gonna lie. All my
Okay.
meetings went smooth.
You seem like a good kid, so it's probably tough for them to dig up some dirt.
Yeah,
on
they
you.
wasn't digging any dirt up on me. I mean,
Good
the
for you.
Patriots.
Good
The
for
Patriots
you.
came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot seat sweating.
I was sweating going into
damn.
every meeting. I'm like,
I thought it was like this for
I'm done.
everybody.
I'm like,
Maxx.
this is
Yeah.
Chart
same question. Why'd you get in the car? Like, up, bro. I fucked up. But yeah.
Bro.
But you didn't have anything crazy? Nothing?
Bro, nothing crazy. I mean, the Patriots came over here during pro day, and they like, I don't know if they're trying to get something out of me. They're like,
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
they're
What
like,
did they say?
they were just like, cause they were asking like, what was the question that they asked? They were like, have you done something in your past that would reflect badly and make you not be in this position that you are in right now? And I was like, I swear, I
You know how
I
you
haven't
answer
done
that?
anything, bro.
I'm a half full glass
Yeah.
type of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm looking at the positives here.
I told him that, and then he was like, "Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
they'll
get
be like, get the fuck. You're not
Dope
drafting
answer,
this
buddy.
jackass. Yeah.
Sorry, he's hiding something.
Yeah, cut him off the list.
I'm like, dude, I haven't done nothing crazy, like nothing. He's like, I know you're lying to me. I'm like, bro, I'm not lying to you.
You
Bro.
know how many
Like,
people they've got
That's so
backed
New
into a
England,
corner
bro.
from that question?
really?
People just snitching on themselves. Have to be.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like,
It's mental
actually,
warfare.
Bro, it's horror
2019,
stories.
this one time.
Yeah,
October of
really
19.
let me break it
It's like,
down.
dang, that was recent.
It was Halloween weekend.
Yeah, Halloween.
So what was
23.
So I know there's not a lot of sleeping at the
That's what the scoop
combine.
after.
I know that from
none,
you.
bro.
Barely
Yeah,
any
break
sleep.
that down.
Yeah, that's what was crazy, bro. Because I was losing weight when I was out there. Like,
Yeah.
they had food. I mean, we had food, but like it wasn't the best. Like, you was struggling to find time to eat, and like, cause you was going back and forth between things. I was like 6 hours between MRI, CT scan, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was one thing that happened where like I was just sitting there. I was like, should I just finish all my paperwork? Like, I can go, right? Because everybody else was going. They're like, nah, just sit tight. And then they sent me to the hospital. So I was waiting 2 hours to get sent to the hospital with a group that wasn't my group. And then I got to the hospital. They're like, yeah, we don't have anything for you.
Oh,
I was like, dang, bro, I knew it, bro.
You're like, I could have napped in that time.
Yeah, I couldn't nap. I went back and got some starts in because like, and then you ended formal, because they start informals at 7. Then you start formals throughout 7 to like 11. And then you got to rush over, try and get to Exos or something like to do your starts
do
in.
your
Because
starts,
like, you
get
haven't
some
done nothing
snacks
for 4
in.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That shit is different. It's tough. I think that's people talk about the questioning and the interviews, like those obviously are annoying and can, be kind of wild, I would say, at certain points. But I think the hardest thing is the lack of sleep. They'll wait you out like an interrogation room. They're like, okay, you got to stay in this room. Like, did y'all get stuck? Like, the train station?
Yeah.
Did they make y'all stay in there for like, they made us stay in there for like 6 hours. Like, there's informals and they wouldn't let us leave until a certain time. So you're just sitting around.
You're just sitting in there,
all day. Like, you can't do anything and they won't let you eat. And then finally, they're like, okay, you guys can eat. And they have like cheeseburgers and fries and shit. We're like, bro, I'm at the Exo Suite. They had actual food, but you cannot leave. So you're forced to eat. You're starving and tired. And you're just like, bro, what are we doing?
It's kind of like prison.
It's literally like a mental test.
I was getting like 3 hours of sleep every night. And I was there for like 5 days,
dude. And then you got to perform the best that you ever have.
Yeah.
They want that tension.
And it's at the end. You got to do all that shit leading up to it. So by the time you get to the field, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it's different.
What was at least the most fun part of the combine for you?
Just getting to know everybody there for real.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought you were going to say the end.
Yeah.
The
ride to the airport.
Plane ride home.
Yeah. I actually stayed another like couple hours to watch my boys do theirs because UCLA. I had a couple UCLA boys, one of the twins, and then Darius, and then a lot of the boys I was training with and knew from Reese's. While I was like just seeing them run, I was like, shit, I'll just stay out here and watch my boys.
You pulled a Caleb Williams.
What's that?
He just hung out afterwards, shake hands. He didn't perform or do anything. But you played against him.
Yeah, I did.
What are your thoughts on him? Do you think he's? I don't want to put you in a wrong spot, but do you think he's number one worthy?
I think, bro, he's hard to get down. Like, you gotta make sure to like settle your feet when like you beat that tackle because like his vision's really good. I got to him twice though this past season and then 1.5 times before. So I mean, you can definitely get there, but I mean he's definitely a good quarterback. And, I mean, I wanted to see him mad after our game when we played him because I was like, shoot, what I just go hard for? Like if you just laughing or whatever. But like.
Was he laughing after the game?
He was just like having a good time with his dudes. I was like, bro, like this is a rival game. Like I thought you were gonna be mad, like more mad.
Speaking of the draft, for your future team, if you could somehow fortune tell it, pick it, if you could play alongside any other pass rusher in the league, for the sake of this conversation, minus Maxx, who would it be?
Bro, it's gotta be Maxx,
He's at minus me.
Minus Maxx.
You can't use me.
My boy Joe Tron.
Okay.
Yeah. He's been a big bro to me since UW. Like took me in without him having to for real. Like grabbed me after practice. Like, hey, bro, just come get this extra work in. Like, not that I'm not about that, but like he just made sure that he take me along with him, stuff like that. And like, so I feel like we just elevate if we on the same team.
Yeah, he's a good young player, bro. He's getting better every year. I like his game. He's a big.
Hell yeah.
Big athletic dude. He's getting better. He's getting better. I've been watching him a little bit. So yeah, that's dope, bro. I mean, that's important too. Having a big bro who takes you under the wing. I remember when even at Eastern when I was young, like I love Pat, but Clay Dawson. I mean, that dude took me under his wing from day one. Yeah. We were doing extra shit, especially when you're young. You're like, you don't understand what hard work is.
Like,
You don't know what doing extra.
Practice,
you just you show up, practice, go home. The dude every day. I was like, but he kept pulling me in. All right, we're doing this after practice. We're doing this. Dudes like that, you appreciate, bro. You'll never forget those type of guys, bro. It's just important.
I think that's why they like Jason Kelsey so much because he's just real, help people out, teaches them like techniques and just small things after practice where you really don't get that from a lot of the older guys that much, right? They want to get home. They want to rest their body in rehab.
They got families. Dudes, it's different. Yeah, the NFL is different. There's a majority of guys like obviously like myself. I live in the building. Like
Yeah.
if you come to the Raiders, I mean, we're gonna be working
Yeah.
every single day. But
Facts.
I mean, majority of guys are boom, they get their work in, go back. Some dudes don't even live in that in that city. They
Oh,
they're
for
not there. Like you obviously are there during the season, but like
Yeah.
in the off season, some dudes don't come to all the OTAs, and it's different. College, you're like
there.
this. You live together, you do party together, you do everything together. So, I mean, it's a whole different world. But the best teams have great cultures. So.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
want to find that. Like, I want to go to a team where, like, other people about that extra work and, like, I can
Yes.
hop in with them, whatever. It's not
Contagious.
weird and people ain't leaving, dipping.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because I be trying to get, like, my teammates sometimes try to, like, dip out, like, where you going, bro? Like, come on, let's get, like, at least 10 minutes. Like, give me 10 minutes, man. Like,
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. No, trust me, that's good, bro. Being a leader, and it's important if you want to win at the highest level. I mean, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. Like I've had teams when I first came in, it was just like we had all type of superstar, big name guys, but like there was only a couple dudes that were saying after, and it wasn't like, hey, I'm pulling this dude with me. It was just kind of everybody doing their own thing. But now, like, we have an army. Like right now, the whole D line's damn near in the building, and we
That's dope.
go to dinner every Thursday during the
Yeah.
season, and we all like we do everything together,
That's
and
good.
that shit is important, and it translates to the field. So
Yeah.
it's dope. So obviously you got 32 teams, coming up. You got the draft. Who's like your ideal? Do you have like one team that you're like that would be amazing to go to, or you really don't really care?
I really don't care. I'm not going to lie.
I love that.
Like a tax-free team.
Yeah,
Smart man.
Yeah, smart man.
But shoot, I go ball anywhere.
I'm with
I love that, bro.
Smart man.
So when a team takes you, an organization, a fan base, on April 25th,
Yeah.
right? First round, we're manifesting it. We know
Yeah,
it.
no doubt.
What is the message you want to give to them about the person and the player that they're going to receive? They're going to be receiving for the next, however many years. What is something you want?
Well, really, you're just going to be getting somebody that's going to be in the building all the time, consistently getting better, taking care of my body, but also like I'm making sure I'm getting in extra work. I'm trying to learn the game more than I have right now. I can always get better in the film room. Just studying tips and tendencies and stuff like that. With the tackle, how he drops and stuff like that. But I mean, they're gonna get somebody that's just obsessed with the game, and especially somebody that got it taken away. And like, shoot, I want to be the best at this game for real.
Amen, bro.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. I love it.
Sounds
if I
like
was a
the-
GM,
sounds
I
like
would
a
draft you, no question, in a heartbeat. No, I can
So
tell.
bold.
I mean, it's at the end of the day. Genuine is hard to find, and like you've been through shit and had to overcome shit, so you're grateful for the
Yes.
shit you got going on. So I mean, I'm excited to watch you play, bro. It's gonna be exciting, bro. Whoever gets you is gonna get a dog, bro. I've been
Dog.
watching your shit,
Oh,
and
I
I don't. I
appreciate
mean,
that,
there's
bro.
a lot of guys who I don't think that way of. You know what I mean? So
Really.
we got the ultimate respect for you,
Max
bro.
is
Bro, I
tough on the
appreciate
young
that,
guys.
bro.
So for him to say that,
No doubt.
For real.
yeah,
Very
yes,
tough.
100%.
And
I mean,
first
you got to
guy we've
earn
had
that.
on here
You got to
hasn't
earn
been
that, bro.
in the league, so that's a testament to you.
No
I got
question.
a question for you. So we're in
Yeah.
a very unique position right now because it's the combine's done, your pro days are all done, and the draft has not come yet. Because if you look back 6 months you're in your season, have you exceeded your expectations? Are you where you thought you were at? How do you feel right now? Because it's probably the craziest 6 months
Yeah.
and the fastest 6 months of your life.
Yeah. I mean, during that season time, like when I was in season, like I was just so focused on that season, like making sure that we were beating every opponent one after another and like
Yeah.
not really looking too much past the season, stuff like that. But I mean, like everything that I had like going for me, like I just took it with me and like before the game, didn't let it get to my head. But, having my brothers there with me on the team, like makes it all like, all worth it and stuff like that. Like I'm nobody when like I step on the field. I'm nobody when I'm in the locker room, nothing like that. That's how I look at it that way. I'm just
Yeah.
out there trying to play football and like because I love it and I love being with my brothers. So that's really how I'm thinking when I'm out there.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you were to tell yourself back then 6 months ago, you'd be sitting here next to Max in LA about to go projected first round, would you believe yourself?
It's probably not. Yeah, probably not.
That's dope, bro.
Hey, get used to it, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
no doubt,
shoot.
bro. You're gonna meet a lot of great people, and I'll be here all the time. You call me whenever, and,
Bro, that's
and we're
lit,
locked
bro.
in. So
Yeah, that's tough,
I'm
bro. I
excited for you,
appreciate
bro.
that.
I kind of want to pivot a little bit. People talk about style of play. It's funny. You said Troy Polamalu. That was the one guy you watched. When I was a kid, like I said, I wasn't a DN. Like
Yeah.
my favorite player, I love watching Ndamukong Suh. Obviously, he's a D lineman, but he was a 3-tech, just out there murdering
Stomping.
people, stomping shit out.
Stomping, literally.
Like he was crazy. Like that's the type of guys I watch. And
Yeah.
like even Ray Lewis when he was in
Yes.
in Baltimore, and
Yeah.
like it was all different type of positions. Like, so what would you like your game, what do you think separates you from the other guys? Like what makes you different than these other guys in the draft class, and what are these teams like getting that most people are kind of, you know, not seeing exactly?
Yeah. I mean, it's the way I'm obsessed with like pass rush. I got a whole folder of it, of like drills I've made, drills that I've seen on Instagram where I put them together and stuff like that. So I'm really obsessed with pass rush and how I get there to the quarterback. I feel like, you know, the way I play the game is like an elusive, like slippery kind of way. I really emulated off you a lot, but like really just slippery. Like, and when I was like learning pass rush when I was at Washington during like my time like being out, I really describe pass rush as like being comfortable in uncomfortable situations, like because you don't get in like somewhere like damn, like you feel weird, but like you got to get that sack, you got to get that pressure, like so how you gonna get out of it to like free yourself? So it's just little things like that. But so you always got to come with a plan, like when you gonna throw your move, like all reactionary type stuff, and like I just make sure that like Von Miller says have 3 like good moves. It's really the stab club, it's the Euro chop for me, and it's the double swipe, but like. But really, like, what's it called? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Like I was just going in, but really, I just try to keep hella moves in my bag, and I don't like get myself too flustered with the moves. But like, it's just a reactionary thing, so like they come out whenever.
I love that because guys, you can see this is my biggest pet peeve on the planet. When I go on Instagram and you see guys they're releasing videos and they're hitting bags and they're standing straight up and they look incredible, smacking, ripping, blah, blah, blah. But it's not real football.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the only way you learn is by doing it and practicing and putting hands on people and boxing, for instance, like learning distancing and shit like that. I think that's super important. So I think being a student of the game and constantly learning is going to be huge for you. So I love that you already have that mindset, because pass rush is really an art form.
Yeah, it is.
It's really an art form. And this is another thing. Guys will come in the league and think, oh, yeah, I'm a cross chop and I'm going to do this because Von Miller did this. And I'm going to dip and touch my shoulder on the ground and bend. Like, I can't do what Von does.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I can't sit. Von is 6'2" with
a lot of
big
people
legs,
can't.
and he's different.
Yes.
But that's the beautiful thing about pass rush is that everybody's different. They come in all shapes and sizes. There's a dude, James Harrison, was 5'11", 275 pounds. And then you have guys like, Tryon, he's like 6'6", you know what I mean? They're all different shapes and sizes, but they're all, certain guys are great and they're always going to be great, but there's no like exact mold for what it's supposed to be. So I think that's the most important thing. And like when I came in, double swipe is my shit. That's my go-to. But you keep growing off it. Once you master one of them, then you start feeding it a little bit. Okay, let me try this other move. And then you go on and on. And it was like the spin move for me. Marinelli I was swiping. He's like, all right, we're going to try this. Every day after practice, in between drills, try the spin move. Then all of a sudden, I'm doing it in the game. I'm like, damn, this shit is working. And then having all those options in your bag, and then perfecting them, and then all of a sudden you have 5-6 moves, then you become great. Like the great ones, at the end of the day, you're going to get blocked. Guys are going to get hands on you first. But like you said, it's that disposition and being able to be slippery and not stay blocked. Because you see a lot of guys, there's a lot of dudes who look like Goliaths, you know what I mean? But they got 1 or 2 moves, and if they're going against a real good tackle, they're going to get their ass locked up. But if you have options and you have counters for everything they got, you're gonna win more rushes than you lose. So
because you're not thinking like your 4th move or 3rd move when the 1st and 2nd one's been working. Like you're not thinking about it; it just comes out.
Absolutely not.
And that's where the extra work comes from.
Yeah, 100. It's having that in your bag just in case. Like, all right, the spin move's gonna work. All of a sudden, I kind of get locked, and I go back out, and then boom, I'm in the quarterback's face. It's like it becomes second nature, and it's like it's straight muscle memory, bro. So that's something you'll learn in the league too. And depending on where you go, you'll have vets. Depending on where it is, but if you get around a guy like TJ or myself or dudes like that, like you're just constantly learning, and that's the biggest thing, bro. You got to constantly be curious and keep growing. So I think you got that in your favor because I see it. Yeah, right now I'm focusing on like really that power and then using their momentum off the power, because I be seeing you be getting in their chest and like you get like a certain like extension, but it's not too far, and then they'll try and get back on you. That's when you switch your momentum. You feel me? So I'm making sure that I'm making sure that that's where I'm at. Like I'm learning, like making sure where my feet are, and like it's really just another reactionary thing off of like when you get inside of their chest. So 100%. I added that like last season, the pop and drop. I started my own. I got a trademark. The pop and drop, but it's real. Like I've always, like for me, I always do boxing and shit. Like boxing is my thing. So when I strike, I'm not a huge grabber.
Yeah.
Like I've broken my hand multiple times. Like I'm more about the initial pop and then I'm going.
And then get off.
So that move, like it's the exact move you just talked about. It's boom. They think power's coming, so you close the distance, put that weight on them. Then all of a sudden they're panicking and trying to put weight, and then you just fucking leave them, drop them. Yeah. So I feel like that's just another move. Like I literally just tried it in practice. I'm sitting there, I'm like, let me try this shit. I'm bull rushing, but they start sitting, and then all of a sudden they're leaning too hard. And
isn't that crazy? You can beat them in any really kind of way.
Any way, bro.
And you just gotta find it for real, and like find how you can like keep that like core like tight and like keep it like what's it called?
Your feet.
Yeah.
I know we get beeped about everything, but dick towards the quarterback at all times. Dick and toes towards the quarterback at all times. If you're going one direction, your legs aren't stopping. You have a million options. You could spin, swipe, inside out. There's so many different options, and that's what you'll learn too. It's the littlest details. And I wanted to ask that too. I know you mentioned film. What's like your approach on watching film? Because my biggest mentor and the greatest coach I think to ever coach D-line is Rob Marinelli, in my opinion. Yeah. And I had him for 2 years, and I still talk to him damn near every day. Yeah. His thing was like, they're all blank faces. It's all about us. Yeah. It's about your get off. It's about your hand fighting, your move area, finishing, toes downhill at the end of the rush, like little shit like that. So when we watch film, it was like, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do. Yeah. If I'm doing what I'm supposed to do at the highest level, nobody can stop it. Yeah. So like that's my approach on film. What's kind of your opinion? Because I know you pick up tendencies and stuff like that, but are you watching? What are you watching when you watch film?
Really, so like I write all their names down and their strengths and weaknesses, and I just go through each one by one. So like, cause I'll be rushing from the shade, I'll be rushing from the 3 to 4 eyes. So like I can be wherever on the field. So I really like to know what kind of like player they are. If they're a high puncher, if they're a low puncher, if they're slow on their feet, they're top heavy. If they're a leaner, or if they set more vertically, if they set more laterally, if they try and jump the count. If they like to flash their hands, because then I know I need to get in their chest. If they're more of a passive setter, if they try to jump me at times and get the snap on me. But I mean, it's just certain things like that. Because like when I see you on the field, and I remember that because I'm writing down your name, I'm writing down your strengths, your weaknesses, and all that. I know that about you. So like when I'm going up against you, it's not like I'm thinking, I'm gonna throw the euro on you. It's just I know the certain type of moves that are in my bag that I can throw against you because I know what type of how you're going. But like most of the time when I'm on the field, like definitely in that fourth quarter, third quarter like situation, like I'm in my bag. I'm really not thinking about that. Like I'm in my zone. I'm just playing.
Flow
like
state.
They can't stop me now.
Hooping.
Like
hooping. Yeah, I would say you're just out there hooping.
But that's how I be approaching
that, bro.
it.
Outside of technique, Max, that's what I wanted to ask. A lot of good advice in there already. But what is your biggest piece of advice that you would give him outside of like technique that he's going to need and he can carry on obviously throughout his NFL career?
Yeah, I think. I mean,
put you on the spot.
The thing that's helped me the most, my first couple years in the league, like I was having success, but I wasn't who I am today. And I'm not the same guy I was last year or the year before. I'm constantly getting better. And the main thing I would say, people talk about balance, and I know people have their own opinions on it, but when you're a professional, you're in the NFL, there is only, I don't know what the number is. You got to look up the stat, but there's only a couple thousand people that have played ever. You know what I mean? Like you're the smallest 0.1% of people that are able to do it. I think there's no such thing as balance. Like my biggest advice for you is like when you get into the league, you're gonna have family time. You're gonna have to, take care of certain things and whatever. But like when you're in it, you have to be obsessed. And I know you mentioned that word obsessed. And like for me, every single day is a new challenge and a new battle. And it comes first. I got a daughter, I got a wife, I got family, I got all type of shit. But they know how it is. They're here, but it does not matter. I'm still, the first thing I'm doing, I'm waking up at 5:30. I'm training. I was there for 4 or 5 hours today.
Hell yeah.
I would say the obsession about it and putting football first, no matter what, is going to get you to where you want to go. If you really want to be the best at what you do, I think that's the number one thing. Always keep it first, and you got to truly be crazy about it. Like people are going to have their opinions like, bro, you're like, just chill, like you're tripping, whatever. Like there's no, like I can't argue with you. I can't have a real conversation. Like you have to understand what I want. Yeah. And that's my biggest advice for you is just like, if you really want it that way and you want to be the best, like you have to sacrifice a lot of shit. You got to put football first and really. You're literally selling your soul to the game.
Yeah.
Like you're really giving everything up to be the best. And we have such a short window. You don't know how long you're gonna play. If you play 15, like how old are you?
23.
23. So if you play 15 years, you'll be what?
38.
38 when you're done. Sorry, quick math. But 38, you have a whole life to live, and you could do whatever you want, go on any vacation, and don't follow the crowd, bro.
Yeah.
Put everything you have into it, and I promise you, you will not regret it. And when you're done, I mean, some people are going to have their certain type of ways. I can't tell you how many people I've lost in the process just because, damn, you're not hitting me back. And it's not the same. I'm like, it is what it is. I don't even lose energy over it because I know what I'm chasing, bro. I got one life. You know what I mean? I have one opportunity at this shit. So, yeah, just be obsessed, bro, and always be curious and ask questions. You never have it. Like, you never have the answers. I know I'm not my best right now. I know I could be better. Right now, we both have 0 sacks. Yeah. Everybody has 0 sacks. You know what I mean? So you got to really separate yourself in that way and just
never
be obsessed, bro.
Yeah.
Never. So,
No,
that's my advice.
He's about
Appreciate that,
to
bro.
go into the draft, right? And
Yeah.
your life is going to change forever, right? You're about to get more money than you've ever had, and it's a blessing. But Max, what do you tell guys that are coming into the league on how to kind of chase their goals and do everything that you just said, when on the other hand, you just got money you dreamed about your whole life, changed your whole family's life, every dynamic. Yeah. How do you stay the course and keep that same hunger that he has right now?
Yeah, my biggest advice is, I mean, I say it all the time. I'm a big slogan guy. I always have my sayings and shit, but I live by it. But I always say more is required. Like, you're getting a rookie contract. You've never, like, when I got my first rookie deal, it was like $1.2 million. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a millionaire. Yeah. Like, I can't believe this shit.
Came from Ipsy, now
it came
I'm a
from
millionaire.
Ipsy.
Yeah.
I was mattress on the floor type shit. So,
literally.
But at the same time, I got in the league, and that's when it started. You don't do all this to just make it to the league, and then, oh, yeah, now we get to chill. It's now the real work started. And so, for me, my approach is always more. Like, cool, I got my second deal. All right, I want a third deal. I want a fourth deal. Like, that's what's in my head. It's like, all right, cool, we checked that off. Now what's next? Yeah. And so for me, the way I do that is my routine, bro. It's that 1%. How can I fine-tune everything I'm doing? From nutrition to sleep to recovery, every aspect of my life, I fully have it broken down to a damn science. Like, I'm in LA, full meal prep in my fridge. My nutritionist calls the hotel, they drop it off. I go train, we leave. Me and Nico go at 6:40 in the morning. We're out, we're working, but it's like it's to an exact T. So for me, I'd say, for me, it's you got to stay hungry. And sometimes you'll get in a lull, be like, damn, this is tough. I'm doing this shit all by myself, and it'll get lonely. Like, you'll be by yourself and doing it, you'll be like, damn. Is it all this shit? Like, this is hard. How long is this gonna last? But you have to find something else to get you going. And so for me, it's like the Jordan shit. I got it from Jordan. Like, watching The Last Dance. He would just find shit. Like, he would make shit up almost sometimes.
Piss himself off.
Yeah, like, he would find something to get motivated. Once you have success, and I know the way you work and the way you're learning the game, I know you're gonna have success if you keep doing what you're doing. You have to find shit. You'll be in year 3 and be like, all right, what the I need something to get me going. Something that, whatever makes you tick, find that shit. You can even create it in your own head. But I do it all the time. Like, I'm not going to name the lineman, but there's a certain lineman in the league that he did some little shit, and I let it make my whole offseason. I had his name on the back of my phone. I'm like, and I happened to play him week 1. I was like, I cannot wait to see this. You know what I mean? And I let that push me every workout. I'm like, what is this motherfucker doing? Yeah. And I killed his ass when I seen him. You know what I mean? So, like, there's always something. And then, boom, I did it. I'm like, all right, now it's week 2. Now we're on to the next thing. And you always just got to stay curious and stay motivated. And always, it's more. I just always say more. Cool, you could have 2 sacks. What are you going to do next week? You have 0 sacks, you're going to say, oh, your coach can be like, oh, you think you made it now? Blah, blah, blah. You think now you're not going as hard because you had one big game? It's like, no, like, every day in practice. You got to think about it. You could have a good practice. I need a better practice tomorrow. And you just keep stacking days, and you do it for a year, and then 3 years, and 5 years, and then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, holy shit, I'm in this position now. But now it's more. Now I got more to do, more goals to get. So, yeah, I know that's a lot, but that's kind of my approach on everything, bro. Just what's the next thing?
Yeah. I think people always get it twisted, like, oh, Max has to have a routine based off what you've gone through, right, and being sober. But, like, what I gather from all this and just being around him, I think we could all attest to, is whether you're at home in your daily job, whether you're chasing your dreams in the NFL, or you're already a settled vet and have done it, a routine and finding your routine is important.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really going to hone you in on what you want to get to and where you want to go. And I mean, just from afar, learning that from him, man, it's something that you can pick up no matter what you're doing. And I think that it takes you levels just by instantly staying disciplined. I think that's what it
That's the
teaches
biggest
you
thing.
automatically.
Discipline, man.
Discipline. It's
Yeah.
discipline. That's the Kobe shit. It's a contract with yourself. This is what I'm doing. I'm waking up at this time all off season. I'm not breaking that shit.
Yeah.
That's how everything I do. I operate that way. It's like I'm not. There's no negotiations. So you already know. You got my number. If you have questions, routine, what do I need to do here? What are you eating, bro? I got you. So
That's where I'm at right
Anytime.
now. Is just finding that routine.
yeah.
Because that's the other advice I've been given too. Is just trying to find a way that keeps you going throughout the week.
Yeah.
Whether that's like if you're sauna one day, yoga one day, or whatever. It's like I'm trying to find that and what I like. What helps me.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
So what we do is we have all of our guests. We got our the Condor Cartel, our lovely following, the Faithfuls.
Yeah.
They'll submit some questions for us. So first one from the Moser God. What are the top 3 teams you would want to play for in the NFL next season?
That's a good question. Shoot, next season, I was thinking about the Bucks, Houston, or the Raiders for sure. That's what I've been thinking about.
That's a good top 3.
Yeah.
Great choices.
Vic Romero 06. Best part about college football?
Atmosphere has to be.
It's for sure the atmosphere, but being out there with your brothers, like there's no better feeling like that. Like you just thinking about certain instances, like when you're working out and stuff like that, and then now you're in the game, you gotta trust each other. So I think that's the best part about it all.
I think this next one's interesting. All right, so I think the name's Bode High Cleary.
It's
I'm
like
just
a
going to
great
say it
question, by the
quick.
way.
So we're gonna say it quick so the name sounds good. What is
love
the
it,
biggest
Kirby.
animal you think you could kill with your bare hands?
What?
I love
And
this.
PETA, he doesn't mean it. This is just a hypothetical, so don't come after the boy.
Yeah.
Y'all
Let him
think
live. He's an animal guy.
Yeah, big animal guy.
y'all think y'all could take like a wolf?
You see
One
this-
wolf.
This is your
bruh.
question. All right?
Yeah,
So-
we can debate it
With
after.
the wolf,
yeah, we'll
though, the
debate
wolf
after.
can literally bite through your bones and break
Wolf?
them.
Yeah,
but
they
a,
can.
but a wolf's only like
A what?
Like a wolf.
A wolf. Wolf.
What's that
No
picture
L.
Dad sent?
Wolf.
Steelers.
Steelers.
But no, like that's like valid. That's like if you put a right hand on a wolf's chin,
Bro, you seen a wolf?
A wolf? Bro,
Now
how
They're
are you
big
saying
as
it,
hell.
Think
Remember-
about
There's
a
some
wolf
wolves that are
running.
No, a
big as
wolf
hell,
is like
bro.
you look
but
at a wolf
that's
next to a
valid.
Malamute.
Like, you could like
My advice
you
is
could
aim
justify
big.
it. You
I'm
could
telling
justify
you.
it. At least he had to come on and say I'm fucking up a grizzly bear.
bear?
Bigger, but
Yeah.
less
Then we're
than
like
one
disregarding
animal.
every
I'm getting
statement.
up and
A
leaving
bear's
if he said
700
bear.
pounds. Like no, he said like a
All right, a
110
wolf.
pound dog.
Is that your
Wolf,
answer? A wolf?
yeah.
Okay.
Wolf.
If it's the last moment of my life,
Yeah, you gotta go
I
out.
gotta
Like
go
a
out big.
horse.
The most fun
Horse?
Yeah, like a mini horse.
A mini
That's
horse.
what I mean.
Those are called donkeys.
Exactly. There's a big difference.
Or pony.
There's a big
Hey, a
difference.
kick from that donkey, bro.
Hey, the most fun
put you out.
animal to fight though would be a kangaroo. He would be actually squaring up
Bro.
with you.
Bro,
Shoot, hey, yeah, you might,
That
yeah,
would
you
be
might be
good.
Came
right.
after
You
his
might be
dog.
right.
He's over there
I would
swinging
love
at him,
to
boxing
scrap.
with buddy.
What a kangaroo. That'd be dope.
So you get that
Or
kick.
a
Alright.
horse, you can jump on his back, rear naked choke it.
We already
Yeah,
know the
yeah,
answer.
yeah, I'm going with that.
Unfortunately.
Raiders prod. How would you feel if you got drafted by the Raiders?
Sure, I'd be ecstatic. I mean, Maxx Crosby there, my boy Dan is over there, so I mean,
Dan
Shit.
Jameson, big
Dan
shout out to
Jameson.
Dan.
Shout out
Man,
Dan,
bro.
boy.
He's
And
the
then,
man right
so being
there.
in Vegas, like low tax, so
I like
it.
this.
be great.
He's
Yeah.
smart.
I like this
He's
guy.
a smart kid.
Business
I love
Has
mentality.
it.
CJ's been
well.
getting you right, or like is this something that you've
Peter
always thought
Borowski
about?
been getting me
Peter.
right.
See?
What, Big P?
The whole
Pete.
Shout out
they're
Peter
thinking about
Borowski.
it.
Yo,
Shout out
I mean,
Peter
the whole
Borowski.
squad.
great
We got
guy.
the same people and everything.
Yeah,
I think.
facts.
CJ, Peter,
Yeah.
you know, Dan.
Yeah.
I mean, he might just
Dan's
be a
my
Raider.
boy.
You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Hopefully,
I
man.
wouldn't be mad.
You're setting the tone.
Wouldn't be mad.
All right, so FR Zesh asks us, why the number 15?
It was there's nothing behind it for real. That was just like one of their only
Yeah.
numbers that was like free, so I took it.
Nice. So you weren't really bougie about getting a number. You're like, just give me whatever you got.
I don't know.
Like
Let me
that.
play, man.
Blue collar.
I like that.
Blue
Yeah.
collar.
It's like a Rudy
It's a good
type
answer.
answer.
15 is cold, though.
Yeah.
I like
15
is dope.
has been cold.
15's
though.
cold.
It is dope.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Magic.
All right, last question here. But Santos Nixon? I think so. Whew. All right. What about UCLA made you think that if I go here, I'll make it to the NFL? Or if it wasn't like that, say otherwise.
Yeah. UCLA was really the only school I could have went to.
Yeah.
So just being cleared and stuff like that. But I mean, Coach Kelly was there. He coached dudes like Kaepernick. He was head coach at the Niners and the Eagles for a little while. So I mean, he has bunch of experience. So playing under him it was really good opportunity.
You said the only place, but honestly, bro, that's a blessing. It was
Yeah,
a
it
reason
is.
why it was the only school for
Yeah.
you. Same thing with Max. Everyone's like, you only had all the time. They're like, Max, he had to have a bunch of offers. I'm like, Eastern was his only offer, and then everyone's face literally every time is like, what the? And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason.
Yes.
It's all working. The plan is written for you. So, man, I think it's dope. And also,
Yeah, it
you
is
already
dope.
talked. You got a little bit of NFL, credibility in that office or in that building with you.
Yeah.
Can help you get to the next level and share those things with you, which is also playing into your.
And dudes from the league be using our facility all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah,
I just saw
hell yeah.
Manziel was up there.
I
for your
trained
guys'
there
pro day.
before.
Yeah.
I've trained there on the track, the blue track.
Yeah.
I ran on there before.
That's tough.
Ran the stairs a little bit.
Would you
Yeah, the
ever
little
get-
stadium.
Early in my career, no doubt.
Bro, they got nice facilities.
Yeah, this shit is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, UCLA is nice.
Would you do this?
No. I have one more question, not fan related, obviously, but your name is going to be called. Whenever they call your name, they're going to have a player comparison. Who is your player comparison, do you think, in the league, and who they should put up next to you when they call your name on April 25th?
That's crazy.
I've seen Josh Allen.
I seen
We think T.J. Watt a little bit. There's times just
T.J.
waiting
Watt,
for
Trey
it.
Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aiden Hutchinson.
that's why I got the combine.
Hayden
Okay.
Hutchinson?
What is it? What's his name?
Hendrickson?
Hendrickson. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Trey
yeah.
Hendrickson?
Yeah,
Oh,
Trey
okay.
Hendrickson. Yeah.
I could see, yeah.
Just with the
Who told
hands,
you
I
that?
think.
Yeah,
they
his,
think it-
yeah.
Who do you think, Max?
In a way.
Who would you compare him to?
I don't know, bro. That's the thing.
Yeah, I
Every
don't know.
rusher is so much different. Like,
That's
there's
what I'm
certain
saying.
things, I could see that Trey Hendrickson has great hands. But, body type and the way you move is totally different.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. That's hard.
Anywhere's no
I can't
gloves.
say.
I can't say either.
I don't
That's
know.
why
When I
I'm
came to the league, they're like, I don't know. I got from T.J. Watt all the way to Jeremiah Atachu.
And then
Like, the random dude. I'm like, I don't know who the I play
then
like.
Jared
I played
Allen.
like me.
Me.
That's
I
what
play
I'm
like
saying,
me.
yeah.
Jared Allen.
Jared
is
Allen all
another-
the time you
But it's
got.
always a white guy.
It's a white guy.
You have to throw a white
It
guy in
doesn't have
there.
to be.
Yeah, you have to.
It
Jared
has
Allen
to
was a
be.
dog, though.
Are you going to be
Oh,
attending the
dog.
draft?
If I get the invite, yeah.
Okay.
CJ was saying that it's looking like it. But
I'm just curious.
Good.
It's a
Oh
good-
yeah, I was gonna ask this too.
yeah.
Before we get to our last segment. So obviously with CJ, what was you don't have to talk about any other agents, but what
Yeah.
made you go with CJ? Because I know my experience with CJ. I met with multiple people from
Really?
the CAAs to all these other.
Yeah.
I met CJ with Rachel. It was just me and Rachel there, and I
Yeah.
knew immediately. He walked out. I'm like, that's our guy, and we both said the same thing. So, what was your experience, and why did you end up choosing him?
Bro, I knew pretty much immediately right away too, but he was on top of my medicals and stuff like that more
Yeah.
than anyone else. So that showed he cared for real. And I wasn't even signed to him yet, and he was making that a point, making it important. So I'm like, you're real for real. You're the one I go with, bro. And it was
100%.
stressful just talking to heck of people. It's getting recruited again.
Yeah.
It's bro, CJ, he's like that.
He's the
He's
one.
the
Dope.
one.
He's the
Dope.
one. No,
The
he's
boy.
bro. You made the right choice. You
No,
made the
for
right
real.
choice. I'll tell you, you're not gonna regret it. And that's guys have agents in all sports and things like that, and they're their agent. And they do business. And
Yeah.
CJ is literally one of the closest people to me in my life.
Yeah,
Like
his family for
literally
real.
another father figure.
Yeah.
And a best friend type. He's the best dude,
Best
and he
thing
will
for
go
me.
to the end of the world for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you made the right choice, bro.
I think speaking on that,
He's helped
too,
me through a lot of stuff already.
Yeah,
I
he's
can
the GOAT,
imagine.
bro.
CJ doesn't represent any of us,
We don't play in
but
the
he
league.
treats us like he does, almost not
Like family.
Yeah, your
Like-
family.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks levels.
It does.
And I agree,
yeah.
man. The Max got the best person for him,
Yeah.
and I think the same goes for you. There's a reason, and he's
Yeah.
he's a go,
He's a
man. He's a
go.
great guy and works his ass off too.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
and the podcast. I mean, he does so much shit. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to help us out. He helps us with everything.
Yeah.
So lit.
He's the man, bro. You'll
I got
you'll
one
get to know
last
him a
one.
lot better.
Yeah.
One last one before we go on. This isn't fan submitted, but when your name gets called, what's the first purchase you're making with your money?
I don't got a car right now, so a car.
What kind of car are you gonna get?
Sure, I don't know.
You know you have one circled.
I haven't been looking to. I don't know nothing
You better
about
get
cars
looking.
for real.
No, that's good. That's
SUV, a
good.
car.
I didn't even
Like-
have a car my
Jeep.
rookie year.
For real,
What? Me and Rachel shared a Ford Fusion. Yes.
bro. I had that car,
Yes.
bro.
Hell
I had
yeah.
that car.
I was thugging. She dropped me off at practice. I swear to
You didn't
God.
want to leave that thing parked
Yes.
there.
I swear to God,
Swear
she
to
drove
God.
me to work out, drove me to the facility every morning.
This is a
We
real
shared
one.
a car, but I was in Oakland. I knew I was going to Vegas. I'm like, I could buy a nice car, but what's the point? I'm gonna probably rent it.
Yeah.
I don't have enough bread to like. I have enough bread to buy one, but it's like, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
makes
So I
sense.
didn't get one. Then I went to Vegas. I got like a free car from the
Oh,
Chevrolet
yeah.
dealership. Yeah,
Hell
I was
yeah.
thugging for a
Orange
while, but yeah, we came up a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, take your time. You don't have to rush and get in the car. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be good.
Grass or turf?
Grass,
Indoor field, outdoor field.
outdoor.
3-4 backer or a 4-3 DN?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna say 3-4 backer.
AFC, NFC.
NFC.
If you could be one, national
I
champ.
really just said one. I don't know which team.
Yeah.
You're real pro. I love that.
It's all good.
You can choose one: Super Bowl champ, national championship.
Ooh.
You're a big college guy. Your brothers. But
Like college national championship
Yeah,
or Super
college
Would
Bowl?
you rather win a
One-
natty
you
or
can only
Super
pick
College,
one.
yeah, natty, bro.
college natty.
over Super Bowl?
I mean, I don't know how that feels yet, but like that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
wanted. That's what I wanted this past
Sure.
season. That was the goal.
I'll let him get by.
That
The
was
best
the goal.
athlete, the best athlete of the family, you or your brother?
I'm gonna say my brother. He like 6'8", 230, tight end
Damn.
in Nevada.
And he's younger. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's younger than you,
Is
right?
that
Yeah.
What year?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
Primed
Yeah,
up.
hell yeah, bro.
That's
Nah,
dope.
Give
he
your brother
is.
a shout out. Give everybody his name.
Nah, Kaleki Latu and Nevada Arena. Forgot
Hey, we
about
appreciate
that.
you, man. Appreciate you allowing
Yeah,
us. I know, beautiful LA, your place, but it's been awesome to meet you. Heard a lot from Max, heard a lot from CJ, so it's been awesome. We appreciate you chopping
Yeah.
it up with us.
Bro, I appreciate you guys for having me on this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
doubt.
Best
Big,
of luck,
man.
my man. This
Yeah,
is
best
of luck,
this
brother.
is exciting.
I
Cherish
appreciate
it
that.
all.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
You deserve it, man.
Yes,
You want
sir.
to close this out, Max?
All right, y'all, that's all we got this week on The Rush. We got our boy, Latu, in the building. I think I said it right.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
want to mess it up. We were going over it. Called CJ, everything. Made sure I was on point.
Voice
out of
memos.
respect. Voice memos, everything. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
You got a bright future. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay locked in. You got my number. Hit me whenever. So we appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all too, man.
Absolutely.
Walk up in the light. Yeah, I'm really am. Talking my shit like. I'm really am on God. Walk up in the light. Yeah, I'm really am. Talking my shit like. I'm really am.